Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 24 of The Dream with Liverpool. It's Damien, and if you haven't watched episode 23, it was a game against Dortmund in the group stage, and it was a game that would have determined if we finished first or second in the group and get either an easier or a harder path through the first knockout round. It was a good game of football, that one there. If you want to go back and watch it, it was the last episode, and without spoiling the results, you can go check that out now. However, we are going to get straight into it here today, ladies and gentlemen. I've just got home from work. I have an hour before I have to be at coaching, and I'm already dressed in my coaching gear so we can get this episode out and start uploading on the YouTubes before I get to coaching. We're going to get straight into it today, and we have got the first knockout round against Juve because we finished second in the group in a game that we should have won against Dortmund, and here we are against Juventus instead of getting Gunnar or whatever you pronounce it, the French team. Anyhow, right, we have obviously got Juve. We know how good Juve are. We'll get into the Juve side in a second. As you can see in the league, we are 6 points clear, 2 games clear of Spurs. Man City have dropped off the boil and started drawing games left, right, and centre. Us ourselves haven't been on like the greatest run ever, but we've been on a pretty good run. As you can see, that was our last game we saw, was the 3-3. Look, this run here was amazing. And then we got to the City game. We beat them 4-2. We then beat Swansea 1-0. We then got battered by Spurs. When I mean battered, I mean battered by Spurs. It was one of the worst performances we've had as a Liverpool manager. We then obviously beat Bournemouth in the 4th round of the FA Cup. We then obviously lost to Chelsea away from home. And what was a game was, you know, we probably should have edged/won. But typical Chelsea being Chelsea. We then obviously beat United and Bournemouth, and here we are where we are against Juve. So what you're going to see today, ladies and gentlemen, is just both Juve games, and this could technically be the last episode of the series if we do bow out today. We're going to get into the team now. I've been saying to myself the whole time that I sim towards this game, let's play 4-2-3-1 because we know we must win against Juve. However, I'm thinking 4-3-3 defend, a bit more defensive, because to be quite honest, we need to go get a result, and we need to not concede at the back, and the more likely we're not conceding at the back is probably when we're playing 4-3-3 instead of the 4-2-3-1 where we're quite open. Now, when we're playing the 4-2-3-1, yes, if we get on top of the side we're playing on, we can score a few, but we always leak 1 or 2. At least when we know when we play this formation against some of the bigger sides, we generally don't concede too much. So we're hoping that will happen. We're going to get straight into it today. As you can see, JJ DeLitt, Ollie was there, Graham, Centeno, and so on and so forth. It's not a bad little side that we have out here at the moment, but this is the Juve side. Moise Kean is the star man, a 31-year-old. He is absolutely amazing. Never left Juve, and you can see why they won the kid on the game. He is brilliant. You got Janssen there playing in the hole. The Dutch international looks absolutely good and crazy. You got Mariras playing as the centre mid, who's nearly got 100 caps in Mexico. Looks quite good. You got Big Quino, who's got some caps for Brazil as well. Plays in the same side as Pereira. You got Guerdia, who was our fullback. If you don't remember, we sold him to him for 36 mil. How's he gone on in the Serie A? Playing okay, actually. Maybe we should have given him a bit more game time. I actually think he's really limited going forward in this role, so I actually think we'll be okay, and we could be able to go down his side. Bellegarlo is the centre defensive midfielder. The Italian's got 34 caps. You've got Centellas on the other side, the Spaniard, who's still quite good, listed as well. So maybe he's not 100% ready. Apparently he's playing on the right. He can't play there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's the side we need to pick out. Is on the our left side. Carlos Augusto is quite a good centre-back. The player we nearly picked up at HK. Bastone is Bastone. A player we nearly picked up on a free. Dayot, we know all about. Obviously, we know he's an elite centre-back still, Dayot, and a very good player rated on the game. And the Ecuadorian is just an elite goalkeeper, just basically as good as JJ is in goals for us as well. We're going to get straight into it. In terms of us going in and putting in some set opposition instructions in this formation, in this system, I don't usually like to. And considering they're only playing 3 at the back, and then a midfielder, and then one up front, I'm just going to kind of leave it and see how we go for now, and then see how well Juve start. We're going to get into the tunnel though, and just going to be like, if apparently Ayago was a big loss, well, yeah, because he would be their normal right side centre back. I'm just focusing on what we can do today. I think it's unfair to single out individuals. How about that then? How about that then, Mr. Pressman, if you don't want to get into that, Mr. Interviewer? As we get into the game here, we're obviously attacking from to the left in our famous red against Juve in the famous blue, black and white. And can we get on top of him early? Centeno now. He finds Pereira. Back to Centeno. Can he whip in a good ball? He instead gives it back to Pereira. Pereira looks for Alessio. In the end, Alessio gets a little bit lucky still on it. Can he whip in a good ball? He lays it back to Centeno. Centeno's ball in. The header there from Brad. It was a free header on the top of the 6-yard box. And we really should be 1-0 up. As you can see, Dortmund have got EA Guna Gump. Look, if we finished top of the group, we would get out that game pretty easily, I would imagine. And, well, we would be in the second knockout round, and this wouldn't be the last episode. This wouldn't potentially be the last episode of the save. Anyhow, though, Alessio, a bit of a weird highlight. It looked like I nearly caught it, but it looked like I went past him. Anyhow, Alessio there back post with a free header. As you can see, Juve keeping a lot more of the ball at the moment, but we're creating more chances. As I say that, Juve get a couple of chances. Hopefully we can continue to keep playing in the right way and see how we go. Guedes picks up an early yellow card. Maybe Agent Guedes can get sent off and be the real reason why we sold him. You know, all part of the bigger plan. As Brad gets his ball in back post, Sayers is there. Oh, he's hit the post. Sayers, all he had to do was get on target. The keeper was left stranded by how good the cross was. And unfortunately for us, it's still 0-0. Now, would I take 0-0 going into the game in Italy? Probably so. However, you know, we know that the old lady is very good at home. And look, the old lady is very good at keeping clean sheets. But at the moment, we are on top of the old lady. That sounds really bad. We're on top of Juventus here. You know, obviously, the Juventus nickname is the old lady. You know, I've grown up calling Juve the old lady with the wooden spoon. You know, they seem to batter sides left, right, and centre in real life in Italy. So, you know, we're going to leave that there now and just keep going. And look, unlucky boys, it hasn't gone right. I'm going to tell them I'm not happy. There we go. Because look, to be quite honest, we've kept the ball not the best, but at the same time, we're creating chances. We limited Juve to not much, and I would like to see us go and win this game from in the second half. Attacking the cop as well. Hopefully, we can get our foot on the ball and keep playing the right way. And saying that, this is the first time Juve gone forward, and Janssen lays it out to Santellas. Santellas from distance, it wasn't too far away. JJ may have had it covered, but we're going to continue forward now. 50 minutes in, it's a corner here. Sayers lays it out to Brad. Brad's got a really good long shot. Instead, he lays it in to San Martino. Finds Martinez, the goal scoring midfielder, Maximo Martinez on top of the box. I said at the start of the year, it would depend on how well we play in the Champions League. Depends on how many goals Martinez finds from midfield. And there you go. It's going to be Liverpool 1, Juve 0 here. Brad gives it off to Santa Maria. It's ball into Martinez Park. One touch. Look, I don't like that goalkeeper animation. I've said it many times before that they need to fix it. But that has benefited us here massively. As you can see, Dortmund are winning 4-0 away. Look, if we finish top of the group, we would be the team 4-0 up. But unfortunately, that's not how it's gone, so no point dwelling on it. In terms of changing the system, I'm not going to change it at all, but we might start looking to change personnel. Alessio's not having the best of the game, so we're going to get Hervé Beniut out there. That's the first change we're going to make and see what happens here. We're going to continue forward, and maybe we might find another chance for ourselves as Juve look to push for it. 77 minutes gone, and in terms of making another change, I'm thinking right now we just get Riux on as a deep line playmaker. I forgot to mention, but Baldi actually did something to his calf, strained his calf muscle or something like that. He's been out for a few weeks and still out, but might be back for the second leg of the Juve game. Odd time to be telling you this, but anyhow, we're going to continue forward and confirm that change. We did that in the wrong order, but that doesn't matter. As we're continuing, counting down towards the full-time whistle, I'll take a 1-0 win if we can find it. But look at this Juve with the corner. We concede from corners a lot. It's headed away back to Janssen. Can we go out there and press Royaux? Don't let the ball come in. It goes to Bregalo. Hits it first time. It's bobbled around everywhere. And in the end, it falls to Sayers on the break. He's got Brad up there with him. Brad's got numbers. Look at the numbers running forward. Just hold up, Brad. Instead, it falls to Royaux. Royaux is through 1-on-1. He lays it back to Beniot. It's a strange pass. Beniot, though, first time back to Brad. Brad heads it back. Martinez, no, he's put it wide from 6 yards. Martinez, it should have been 2. We had all the numbers in a well flowing forward. We are going to make one last chance here, one last sub here, and just for the last couple of minutes, we're going to get Davis up top. We're going to stay on the same system because I really would like us to find a second. If we concede, look, so be it. As this French side get a couple of goals back, but it looks like it's going to finish 1-0. That's probably a foul though, referee. If they go score on the break right now and they have numbers forward, oh my days, Janssen's in here. Don't you dare do it. It's a great tackle by Centeno. The ball's drilled in, but it wasn't a good cross. JJ gets on it, and that's full time. Mercifully, that's just for half a second. He thought Juve were in to pounce, and we were about to go rue the referee for not blowing his whistle for the obvious foul in the middle of the park. We get through 1-0 in a game that was tight, but we seemed to edge. We held them to a lot of long-range efforts. We only saw a couple of highlights from them and themselves anyway. It's a good win, boys, and they seem absolutely delighted. We'll be back after a few days of simming. When I say a few days, I think I have to get through like 2 or 3 games. We have to get through a Swansea, Southampton, and Leicester game, and then we'll be back for the second leg in Italy against Juve. Welcome back, YouTube, to the second part of episode 24. As we know, we have a couple games in between this. We beat Swansea just in the 3-2 in the FA Cup. We then beat Southampton and Leicester, keeping 2 clean sheets. Look, I don't see the need to change the team. The only change you will see is on the bench. Boldy's fit. He played the last game. He's match fit, so we are going to get him into the game and get him ready to go. Hopefully we can put in a performance. We don't need to use Boldy to show up shop. And, one away goal could change this game massively for us. And I'm hoping that it happens here in Italy right now. Hopefully. I don't want to be going out in the first knockout round yet again. They're going with 3 up top from 4-2-3-1. Torres going up top. I think that's a pretty strange move to put him up top and then Moise Kean out wide. Now, we know Moise Kean can play out there very well, but if you're not going to use Moise Kean up front, you wouldn't put that guy there. You would almost prefer to see Janssen kind of go in there if you're the Juve fans. The South African looks absolutely amazing, by the way. Kwabe, very good player. Bariglo and Buquino, we obviously looked at, and that back four is the same back four as that Iago's back there on the right-hand side instead of... was he on the bench? I can't see his name. Carlos Augusto's also out as well. So Carlos Augusto made way. And Agnello in goals, the Ecuadorian, which we know so well from the last game. We're going to get straight into this, though. Carry on where you finished the last match, lads. Come on, boys. Get fired up. This is for a spot in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and when you reach the quarterfinal of the Champions League, anything is possible. Both teams come on great form. I enjoy these matches a lot. The Champions League anthem goes through around here, and hopefully in Turin we can go and beat Juve. We are going to start 0-0. We're 1-0 up, obviously, as we scored that goal at home in front of the Kop, and hopefully today we can go and get one right here in front of our away fans. But at the moment, first couple minutes in, headed down, Dayot over the bar. We started choking there as we trying to highlight that one there, but there we go. If I only get through it, Dale puts it over the bar. Early chance. Juve had a lot of corners in the previous game that we played at Anfield, but didn't do too much with it. We have been training a lot on our defending our set pieces and defending positioning, because I thought that's just the biggest down strength that we have at the club, but it seems like it's slowly starting to pay off. As you can see, Dortmund are 5-2 up and Dortmund are flying. I would love another crack at Dortmund, honestly, in the quarterfinal. I think getting Dortmund again wouldn't be too bad. I think we match up quite well against them, and we'll probably play the 4-3 more than the 4-2-3-1. At the moment, this half has been quite, dull and boring and not much happening here. Ticking away, and then a highlight, last minute of the half. Will it be for us or will it be for them? The ball's chipped out towards Brad. It's headed away by Guedia. Mose, his header is pretty poor, and Brad gets on it. He's ball into Sayers. Sayers with a good first touch. Looking out there to Graham. Graham now, his ball, early ball in, and Agnello's not going to make a mistake there, and he's just going to pick that one off. It was a poor cross by Graham, and the ball finds Bastoni into Big Quino's ball, looking out there, but Centeno whips in, and he lays it to Alessio, who's coming inside. Alessio to Sayers. That's the away goal, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That's what we wanted in a very dull first half. We've scored in the last minute at a time, and we are going to go 2-0 up, 1-0 away at home as well. That means that Juve need to go out and score 3 in the second half, and I would imagine that with them needing to do that, they will start going for it. The door will be open at the back, and hopefully we can maybe nab another one. At the moment, as things stand, with 45 minutes left to play, we will be going through to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. However, we were in this position last season, and we all know what happened. Pereira got himself sent off. He's already on a booking, right? As I just tell the boys to get focused. He's already on a booking tonight, but he got straight red, obviously, and then Silvio Ragnoli, our former man at HK, went and scored a couple and set up one. We ended up conceding 4 goals in the overall and losing that game. Not on away goals, I think it was on aggregate, but we would have lost on away goals anyway, even if we didn't go... we tied the game as well. Doesn't really matter too much as the time's ticking away here. I'm just looking at the Pereira yellow card and getting slightly worried here. Time is ticking away though quite nicely. There's not a lot happening in this game, so I don't see the need to change it right now. We are going to start looking at maybe making a change. Sayers, Brad, Alessio, I think we're just going to go, and in this game here, Santa Maria is not overly a defensive player, so we're just going to go and put Boldy on as the deep line playmaker on support, just holding a little bit more in front of Pereira and not going too far forward. Obviously, Boldy's played a lot in Italy, coming back from injury as well. Whereas he probably would have started this game and would have dropped Santa Maria in the 4-3-3. Santa Maria, though, he hasn't been having great time of it in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, he's been on fire. But Binaquino into Ramirez, into Autor, he looks to Moise Kean, who looks to move centrally now, back to Ramirez, and they're building up well here, Juve, but can we just remain firm at the back? The ball goes back into Big Quino, into Ramirez. Ramirez's ball in to Mia. Mia's ball is cleared by Centeno, and Centeno gives it to Alessio and Sayers now. Are we on the break here? Boldy gets on it. Boldy, can he pick out a pass? He looks into Pereira. Pereira finds Martinez now. Martinez on the ball. Boldy right now on it as well. A goal right now would probably seal the deal for Liverpool as the ball goes into Sayers. Sayers now on it, running down this left-hand side. Can he find Alessio? Looks for Centeno instead. Centeno's ball into Alessio. Alessio takes a touch, lays it to Brad. Brad's got to knock that one in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I might be going the early crow, but I reckon that is tie over, and we are going through to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. The old lady has been overdone here. She has been turned over, and we are going to win this game. We are 3-0 up on aggregate. We're 2-0 up right now against Juve, and the old lady may just not have a heartbeat right now, and that is game over, and she may as well start singing, because when the old lady sings, the game is well and truly over. 75 minutes played. We're 2-0 up. We're going to get back into the tactics here, and with that in mind, we're going to get a Ruix in here, and we're going to just play with 3 deep line playmakers, all sitting in the middle, just keeping the ball and shutting up shop, as Juve need to score 4 in 10 minutes. It would be a bottle drop of epic proportions, but at the moment, Ollie Woodward heads that one away and finds Sayers. Sayers running down this left-hand side and running at speed. He's beaten one. Sayers still running with it. It's about a 70-80 minute run from Sayers. He finds Alessio. Alessio's got numbers in the box. Chip back post. Brad couldn't get on it, and it's going to be another chance here as Graham gets on it. It's in the early cross. Sayers on the volley. That is 3-0. 4-0 on aggregate. There we go. Apparently it's offside, and I have not even spotted that. That always looks fun on camera when you don't spot the offside. Anyhow, that's time ticking away right now. With that in mind, we're going to get Gary Davis on because he's been growing sensationally, the young little poacher. He's looking absolutely amazing. 24 million rated young striker there. We're just going to get him on. Mose Keane looks pretty knackered. So do a couple of other players like Guedes and that. But at the moment, time's ticking away. We've done it easy against Juve. We couldn't get past Benfica last year. But we have got past Juve fairly easily this time around this season. As Alessio gets on it, was a chance to make it 3-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. But there we go. We're going to keep 2 clean sheets in the Champions League as well. That hasn't happened in a long while as well. But here we go. The lit heads down. Doesn't win the header instead. And Alessio gets back on it. And he's going to recycle possession out to Brad. Will we make it another one? Or is it going to be game over as Ruix comes in, Ollie Woodward comes onto the ball? Just the ability to bring on 2 world-class centre midfielders to just sit in the hole, spray passes out, and just look to sit back and just shut up shop is great. As Centeno comes in and nips that one in. We got 10 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are going to beat Juventus and move through to the second knockout round. It is going to be a second knockout round, the quarterfinal of the Champions League. That is going to be full time. It's going to be Liverpool 2, Juve 0 here in Turin. We are going to win 3-0 overall. We are going to get into the pep talk, tell the boys that's a good win, well done, and we are going to leave Turin, Italy with a 2-0 win, 3-0 aggregate, and we are going to get into the Champions League draw. We're going to have to cut to that as there's another week of Champions League games, as we're in the earlier match day, not the late one, so we're just going to have to get through a week, and then I'll be back for the Champions League draw for the quarterfinal. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The series is not over. We've gotten through the tie, and that means that the dream is still alive and running right now. We'll see you guys in just a second. Welcome back, everybody on YouTube. Quarter-final draw. Who can we get? Well, if you can look at the names, Feyenoord got through against HK, unfortunately. City, PSG, Marseille, Dortmund, Atletico. Look, any one of those games is going to be a tough tie. Marseille, obviously, I think would be, and Feyenoord would be the 2 games that I would pick out that I want. Marseille, mainly because we did beat them in that semi-final of the Champions League when HK went on to win the old big ears. So let's hope we can maybe get them a first out the hat at home. I hate playing the first game at home. Who's it going to be? Who is it? Should I scream? Oh, frick, it's Man City. What a tie. We have got a plum of a tie next episode, in episode 25. It's going to be us versus City, their English rivalry. This happened in real life last season in the quarterfinal. We all knew what happened then. We beat City. So let's hope we can beat them in virtual reality in 2032 as well. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you're looking forward to episode 25. It'll be us versus Manchester City for a place in the semi-final of the Champions League. You don't want to miss it. Follow us on Twitch if you want to watch the Regina race live. And also follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more updates with the FM content. This is Damien signing off. It'll be Liverpool City next episode. I'll catch you later.